Let's begin with the time clock. Upon accessing the time clock, you'll have two main tabs, the Today tab and the Timesheets tab. The Today tab gives you all the relevant information you need to run the daily shift to perfection. Where your employees are currently clocking in to, what hours, what job, how many of them are currently clocked in, out of how many. You can actually use the Filter tab to filter out all the relevant personnels you want to view. For example, users that have clocked in today, that haven't, and that are supposed to be clocked in. You can also view where they clocked in and out on a map. Now to where you can chat with each employee in no time, directly from the Today tab to get all the information you want from them right away. The Timesheets tab is here to conduct payroll. We give you all the relevant information you need to get ready for payroll in the quickest possible way. You can see the total paid hours, the work hours, relevant to this date. Don't you worry, you can also enter each employee's time card and run and manage their personal time card. You can add an absence, add a break, chat with them, and of course, everything is exportable. Upon entering the settings, you'll be able to set up all the time clock settings to fit your business to perfection. Retail stores often like to use the Customize tab. This allows them to customize the time clock to fit their needs. Some retail companies like using the kiosk app due to the fact that their locations are stationary, so you can actually make sure that employees can only clock in via the kiosk app and not home. Go to the Jobs tab and create the jobs. Jobs are anything you would like to track time for. For example, cashier, store clerk, store manager, and the list goes on and on. This is what your employees are going to be clocking into and tracking their time. Finally, geolocation and geofence. You can actually fence your stores, making sure that only from there users can clock in and out. So, anytime an employee clocks in, you know as a fact that they're at the right location, clocking in to the right job. The job scheduler lets your employees know where they have to be and when they have to be there, providing them all the information they need to conduct the shift to perfection. If you have frequently used shifts, you can simply save them as shift templates, for example, cashier, store clerk, and the list goes on and on. So you never have to create them again. Simply click and drag, saves you tons and tons of time. The Actions tab on the top here will provide quick actions for you that will save you loads of time when creating your weekly schedule. For example, copy previous week, have an entire week as a template, and the list goes on and on. Upon entering the Options tab, you'll be able to go to your settings and set up the schedule the way you see fit. You can decide if users can view their personal schedules or anyone else's, if they can reject and accept shifts, when does your schedule start, what personal notifications you want to receive, and the list goes on and on. Forms. Forms are digital forms, digital checklists for users to submit on the go and for you, the manager, to have them all stored in one place. For example, an opening checklist. Until now, you were probably using pen and paper. You can now actually create any form you want or any checklist you want for users to submit. Simply go to Add New, start from scratch or use a template. On the left side here, you have all the building blocks that are going to build the form. For example, if you want to give users tasks, simply press on Task. On the right side here, you'll be able to see exactly how it's going to look on the Users tab. Use any field you would like to get all the relevant information you want from your users. Once they submit the forms, you'll actually be able to see all the entries in one place, pretty much like your folder. Simply press on Show Entries and view all your employees' entries. You can download and, of course, give live feedback. Your employee will be notified right away. And finally, the Updates feature. Pretty much announcements, getting your entire team on the same page. For example, if you have a big sale coming up, or if you want to let your employees know about an important announcement, simply go to Add New, start from scratch, and give any announcement you want. You could add images, videos, and of course the list goes on and on. Not to worry, you can get much data after performing an update. You can see who viewed, who didn't view, and reach out to the relevant personnel that did not view and notify them to right now go into the app and view the update. Let us know if you have any questions. Start with these features as is a quick setup.